Hi, so we've pretty much finished the character. In this episode it's a bit of a bonus. We're going to add a neck, and that's really for the animation rather than anything else, because our character is probably okay in that regard, especially for 3D printing. But we probably need a neck for the animation, so we'll add a neck, and we're also going to optimize the poly count. So I'm just going to go ahead and hide everything. And then I'm going to click on my body, press tab, and then I want to click on these two faces here. Let's have a look how we could do this. We could do this in a couple of different ways. Let's think about using the knife tool, shall we? Let's click, 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 press enter, and then hopefully we could extrude a neck. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks like with that on there. We're getting some weird artifacts here. Let me just explore why that might be. So it looks like we've got an additional vertex in there, which I'm going to delete, and that looks better. And now we can put clipping back on and put it back. So that was a bit weird. It probably created when I cut it and mirrored it, it created an additional vertex for some reason. So let's try that, see how we get on with that. Yeah, that'll be okay. And if you want to edge slide them out and edge slide these out, you could make the neck bigger. This is only one way of doing it. There's lots of ways of making that neck, but it's inside the head anyway, so it's not too much of a problem for us. Right, that's that done. Let's look at optimizing the character. So we're aiming for around 6,000 faces. So if you click on here and go to statistics, you can see we have 28,000. Now, if you hide parts of your model, and I look at the ears, that's 800. Well, that's quite a lot for some ears. We might have to do something about that. But then we've got the eyes. That's 640. Now the eyes, we can definitely optimize the eyes because this whole part is inside the head. So I'm going to click on the eye, and then I'm going to make sure I'm in face mode, and then I'm going to use C, press C once to circle select, and you can use your mouse wheel to select areas. That's probably too much. I don't want anything to be visible, so I'm just going to press enter to get out of that, and then I'm just going to click on the background, C to circle select. I'm just going to make it a bit smaller, and you can move it around and select some faces, and then you could make it smaller and select individual ones. So let's just say I want to select that, and then I want to press enter to get out of circle select mode, and then delete those faces. So at the moment we've got 56 selected. Let's delete those faces, and now you can see there's 528 altogether. So that's reduced the eyes. Eyebrows, you could probably go and do the same. So we've got a subdivision surface on this, so let's have a look what it looks like with one subdivision. We've got 176 faces compared with 704, so it's like, is that worth doing? Probably it is. Yeah, I'm probably going to do that. Make sure you've got that project saved, because now I'm going to start applying stuff. I'm going to start applying these modifiers. So I'm going to apply that, and I'm going to apply that, and now we've actually got no, I'm not going to apply the mirror modifier. And that's because when we do the UVs, I want them to share. Probably, I don't want to have to paint it twice. So, I mean, you could go in if you wanted and reduce a few more. I probably am going to, but you don't need to. The reason I am is because it just it will help with the texturing as well. So I'm just going to remove the inside faces for those. You get the idea what I'm doing. The head, we've got a subdivision surface modifier on here with 3, and that's taking up 1000 faces. Let's try it on 2. It's obviously a lot lower, but it is a lot blockier. It doesn't look too bad. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to apply that modifier. So you can only do this in object mode. So apply the modifier, and now I should be able to see how many polygons that model has got. So that's the head. Let's look at the nose and the eyes together. Now the nose, I'm not happy with the nose. I am going to apply a subdivision surface to it. I'm going to scale it up a little bit as well. It's just sticking out a little bit, so I just need to move that in. There we go. I'm going to have my nose like that, and I'm going to go to shade smooth. Whoops, shade smooth. Shade smooth. I'm going to have that as my nose, I think. I think it will suit the character better. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. So the nose, it's 900 for a nose. So that seems, oh no, that's 900 for the whole thing. So that's fine. Let's go to the sphere for the hair. I think the hair, let's have a look. Yeah, the hair is taking up 2000. So I'm going to go tab into edit mode and then circle select with C, use my mouse to make it bigger, and I'm going to just select, or smaller, I'm going to just try and select some of these faces inside. Got to be careful that that's not visible. So I think that'll probably be okay. Press enter and then X to delete faces, and now we're down to 3900. Let's bring back the head and check if I haven't. Yeah, that's okay. So we've done that, and we can further reduce this if you need to. I'm not going to, but if you do need to, you can add a decimate modifier, and this is a ratio. So at the moment we've got 2200, and if I turn this down, say to 0.6, we've now got 1900. And if we go into it, it's re-topologized it. If I go right down, look, I've now got 1000 faces, and it will be a bit blockier. So you could use the decimate modifier if you want. I'm probably going to leave it off for now. Just leave the hair as it was. So the main culprit for the model is the body. It's got 23,000 faces, and this is because of the subdivision surface modifier. So if I put it to 2, it goes down to 5,700. If I put it down to 1, it goes down to 1,000 and a bit. And it's a bit blocky, but once I've got the texture on, that probably won't be too bad. So it will definitely be easier to edit the mesh as well with that few polygons. So I'm probably going to now apply this. If you need to do some major tweaks to the body shape, now before you apply it is a good time, but I'm just going to apply it. So subdivision and apply. You've got to be in object mode, remember to do that. So apply. So now we can see the actual real topology that's been generated, and we can now tweak that, and that's the actual mesh. So let's bring everything back. We don't need the screen, even though the background is only one face. And now, as you can see, we're down to 5,200 faces. So this is the process of optimization. We could, I mean, the ears are probably quite ridiculous for what they are. The ears, yeah, 800 for the ears. So we've got the subdivision surface. I'm going to turn them down to 1 because that seems a bit crazy, and then I'm going to apply that on the ears as well. So now we've got the same, pretty much the same looking character, but now it's only got 4,500 faces. So we've got enough left to add some more geometry for clothing and stuff like that. And we've optimized that model for a game asset rather than it being, you know, 50,000 polygons. It's now a tenth of that. And when it's textured, it won't look significantly different. And we've still got the mirror modifier on. So I'm now going to go ahead and save as model optimized, if I can spell, optimized version. And then I can now start to work with that. If I find something's wrong and I need to go back to that previous version, I can. But in the next episode, I think we're going to start unwrapping the model ready for painting, or think about the clothing. I'll have a think which we're going to do next. Okay, thank you, and I shall see you later.